So I'm sitting there, barbecue sauce on my titties, plodding away on my Daredevil Part 6 script, and then I decided to blow off some steam. Naturally, I ate some flapjacks, listened to some calming music, and scrolled through my Steam library, where I came upon a game I'd had installed for a few weeks but never touched. Blasphemous. I saw it was on sale, and I liked the art style, but otherwise I knew very little about it, and so I decided, why not? I had reached my IRL heretic murdering quota for the day, so why not do it in the virtual world? That's the vibe the game was giving off to me, at least. So, I started it up, and immediately I loved the soundtrack. Sitting in the main menu, I just sat there and listened. It was creepy, but cool, which represents me pretty well. So I started it up, and the opening cinematic just set the tone. I was then placed into the boots of the penitent one, and left to my own devices. I wandered around, taking in the atmosphere and appreciating the art style. See, that's one thing modern 8-bit or 16-bit games have over the past ones. New technology means better graphics, even though it's in the same style. Mighty castle, simple yet elegant animations, and oh my god, a big fuck-off boss is the first enemy you encounter! And from then on, I loved Blasphemous. Being a Bloodborne veteran and all-around solid gamer type, I naturally slaughtered the Warden of the Silent Sorrow first try. Not much of a brag, I must confess, but throwing in a boss of this size as the first being for you to take down just made me smile. I'm loving this new generation of Soulsborne type games that aren't afraid to just be straight up harder than Marie Curie's nipples following the Chernobyl meltdown. Not to say it works all the time, but 2D Dark Souls is at least kind of original, and the difficulty actually works in the game's favour. Yes, the first enemy you fight is a boss, but pay attention and don't just rush in balls a-blazing and you will take it down fairly easily. After which you're introduced to the rest of the game. It's a very good setup to both slap you with the difficulty, but also ease you into the pace of the game. Some of the smaller enemies you encounter in the first hour of Blasphemous give you more trouble than the Warden does. Gameplay-wise, it's refreshing to play a more straightforward 2D platforming fighter, but it's the atmosphere and tone that really draw you in, the story evidently dummy thick with lore and epicness. I didn't play it on release as my breach tech was non-existent, but if you like Symphony of the Night, among others, you'll probably really enjoy Blasphemous. Yes, I know other 2D platforming fighty games exist, but come on, they don't matter in this context, just admit it. You bet your arse you're going to fall in love with Blasphemous as I did. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've more blast to theme. Being a Bloodborne veteran and all-around solid gamer type, I naturally swattered the Lord... swattered.